Morning, guys. Here is our read aloud for April 2nd. I thought since our question of the day was talking about vacation, and we've also been working on writing after we do our read alouds, we always have some sort of writing activity we're doing. So I thought it'd be a good idea to read this little book and combine the two called Punctuation Takes a Vacation. The author of this book is Robin Pulver, and it's illustrated by Lynn Rowe Reed. All right, so Punctuation Takes a Vacation. Here we go. Day after day, the punctuation marks showed up in Mr. Wright's classroom. Day after day, they did their jobs. They put up with being erased and replaced and corrected and ignored and moved around. Then on the hottest, stickiest day the class had ever seen, right in the middle of a lesson about commas, Mr. Wright mopped his forehead and said, "Let's give punctuation a vacation." As the kids cheered and headed for the playground to cool off, the punctuation marks stared at one another in disbelief. "Is this the thanks we get?" asked the question mark. "Well," huffed an exclamation point. Now, said a comma. "We should take a vacation," said a period. They'll soon learn how much they need us." "It's 11 o'clock now," said a colon. "Let's leave at 11:02. "Great," said an exclamation point. "Don't leave without us," yelled the apostrophes. Whoosh! Punctuation rushed out the door. Whoosh! They rushed back in to grab the quotation marks, who were too busy talking to pay attention. When Mr. Wright's class returned from the playground, they couldn't wait to find out what happened in Chapter 4 of their book, Ace Scooper, Dog Detective. Mr. Wright opened his mouth to read aloud, but then he stopped and stared. "This is weird. The punctuation is missing. Uh-oh, where could it be? Yikes, maybe punctuation took a vacation. We are in big trouble now." Mr. Wright was right. Nothing made sense without punctuation. A couple days later, the school secretary delivered a small bundle of postcards to Mr. Wright's class. They were postmarked, "Take a break, Blake." "Did you miss us? How much? Why couldn't we take a vacation sooner? Guess who? We flop, we plop, we stop, we stay put in our lounge chairs. We are happy thinking our complete thoughts. Thoughtfully yours, sentence stoppers." Dear friends, swimming, sailing, sunning, soaring, water skiing. Next, we must remember bug spray, toothpaste, flashlight, water sports. Sincerely, the list makers. Greetings to Mr. Wright's class. This postcard doesn't take the place of a letter. If anybody takes the place of a letter, that's us. It's our job. We know we're possessive, but that's the way we are. Don't forget us while we're gone. Substitutes. A big hello from Vacation Paradise, where the water is as clear as a well-punctuated sentence. We talk all day, we talk all night. Too busy talking to write anymore. The Yakety Yaks. Kids, writing this on schedule at 1:15. Yummy lunch at 11:55. Going swimming at 3 o'clock sharp, the timekeepers. Wow, what a ride. You should try tubing. Scary. Fun. Yikes. Hold on. We want mommy. Emotional us. The kids guessed who wrote the postcards, and they wanted to write back, but they couldn't write without punctuation. The best they could do was borrow some from Mr. Rongo's class next door, where punctuation seemed to be running wild. Dear punctuation, please come back. We need you. We miss you too. Life at school is difficult without you. We can't do reading, writing, or riddles without punctuation. Chapter 4 of our book, Ace Scooper, doesn't make sense. We will never take punctuation for granted again. Won't you please come back before 10 o'clock on Friday? Mr. Wright says, excuse me, guys, punctuation, please come home. Sincerely, Mr. Wright's class. Punctuation, take a break, Blake. Urgent, hurry. So the punctuation marks returned to Mr. Wright's classroom to do the jobs that only they could do. Mr. Rongo's unruly punctuation scrambled back to their own classroom. We have so much to tell you. Who did you miss the most? It's good to be back in Mr. Wright's class. Commas, periods, exclamation points, question marks, colons, apostrophes, quotation marks. Take your places. 10 o'clock a.m. Time to study us. Hooray for punctuation. So some punctuation rules, which we were learning before we left. Quotation marks belong at the beginning and end of a words when a person speaks. The question mark comes at the end of a question. Use a comma to separate each item in a series or list. A comma also separates two complete thoughts in a sentence. Use an exclamation point after a word or sentence that expresses strong feelings. An apostrophe takes the place of a letter and changes two words into one word. An apostrophe is used with the letter S to show ownership or possession. The colon lets you know what time it is. It separates the big hours or the big guys from the little guys, which are the minutes. The period is the stop sign at the end of a sentence or a complete thought. That's something we work on. It is also used for abbreviations. Punctuation marks work together to make reading and writing flow smoothly. Mr. Wright said, "Thank you very much," when we gave him a t-shirt from Take a Break Lake. Did anybody find my missing flip-flop? Where could it be? That's question marks flip-flop. I didn't know it was in my suitcase. I collected shells, stones, blisters, pine cones, feathers, and bug bites. It was fun, but I am so tired. Gosh, it's 2:15. Time to return to the library book I took on vacation. Hey, look, great photos of us. Take a Break Lake. This photo is of me. I stopped two sentences from crashing into each other at the corner of Bay Street and Lake Ave. All right, that was cute. I like that book. All right, guys, so today's assignment is we've written a lot of different writing genres over the course of the year. We've written small moments in the beginning of the year where we were just taking a little teeny tiny moment and writing about it. For example, remember the night of the Veggie Monster? He wrote about eating a pea, little teeny tiny moments that happen in your life. That was the first unit. The second unit we wrote about were how-to stories. We were teaching somebody how to do something. The next were nonfiction chapter books. So we were taking books, writing facts down and creating chapter books out of them. And then just before we left, we were working on fiction chapter books. So today, your assignment is to write, I'm going to amp it up a little today. You're going to write 6 to 7 sentences about what your favorite writing genre was and why. So remember, the genres were small moments, how-to, nonfiction chapter books, and fiction chapter books, okay? So what was your favorite writing genre we've done up until now, and why was it your favorite? What did you like about it, okay? All right, guys, I will post this on Class Dojo, and happy writing. Have a great Thursday. I'll talk to you later. Bye.